So good morning, everyone. I'm Matt Klein with Akridge, and I'm very pleased to welcome you here this morning on this hot and steamy Washington day. Today we have a 2 for the price of 1 groundbreaking ceremonies as we're celebrating the start of construction at both 2100 L Street, which is our brand new trophy class office building that'll be built here at the corner of 21st and L, as well as we're celebrating the start of the restoration of the Thaddeus Stevens School, an historic landmark that will soon be back in active use as part of the DC public school system. I want to recognize some important dignitaries that we have here with us this morning. We're very honored to have DC Mayor Muriel Bowser here with us. It is an honor for Akridge to do business in the District of Columbia, a world-class city, and it's terrific that we have a world-class mayor to go right along with that. So, Ward 2 Councilmember Jack Evans, Deputy Mayor Brian Kenner, DC Public Schools Interim Chancellor Dr. Amanda Alexander. I also want to recognize our development partners Steve Bedoric from Corporate Office Property Trust, and Gilberto Cardenas and Dennis Cotto from Argos Development. So my file on the redevelopment of this site actually dates back to 1998. Yes, so it brings whole new meaning to the saying that good things happen to those who wait. Work on this project moved to a different level in 2012 when the district sought proposals for the redevelopment of this important location at Square 73. We assembled a great team with Corporate Office Property Trust, Argos, and Martinez and Johnson as architects. We worked collaboratively with the local ANC leaders, and we brought forth what would ultimately become a winning proposal that entailed the renovation of this historic school, as well as the creation on surplus land of a brand new office building. And we've been grinding towards this groundbreaking ever since. So Stevens School holds a special place in the history of Washington, D.C., and we're truly honored to play a role in its restoration. This school, which is now listed on the National Register of Historic Places, was opened in 1868 to educate a growing population of recently freed black slaves. The school was named after Thaddeus Stevens, a Republican from Pennsylvania and a leading abolitionist in Congress. Until the school closed in 2008, Stevens School played an important role in educating the young and aspiring population of the District of Columbia and has a notable roster of alumni, including Colonel Fred Gregory, an Air Force colonel and astronaut that was the first African American to command a space flight. Dr. Charles Drew, a pioneer in blood and plasma transfusion, and Dr. Drew's daughter and prominent DC Council alumnus, Dr. Charlene Drew Jarvis, is with us today. Please welcome Dr. Jarvis. And Grammy Award-winning singer Roberta Flack was also an alumnus. We covered both the arts and the sciences. So you can see Stevens School truly does hold a special place in the history of Washington, D.C. We're honored to play a small role in bringing this school back to life and ready for a new roster of D.C. public school students who will go on to become on their own notable alumni of Stevens School. While we will talk more about the office building in a minute, suffice it to say that our team took great honor to design an elegant and sophisticated office building that would be a fitting neighbor to this important school. So Akridge has been headquartered in Washington for over 40 years. We remain very invested in this community. In 2018, we'll have 6 projects worth over $800 million of construction active in the district alone, with another 5.5 million square feet in the pipeline worth over $3.5 billion. So we are grateful that we have an economy in Washington that is growing jobs and building housing. The mayor deserves great credit for the health of the DC economy and for creating a great leadership team that has been an important part to guiding this future. Perhaps no one on the mayor's staff is more front and center in leading this economic engine than Deputy Mayor Brian Kenner. Brian, please join us.
Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing? Fabulous. It is really, really hot up here. Just wanted to remind people of that. Thank you again for coming. I'm going to try to be brief. Just start with some thank yous. Projects like this truly do take a village in order to make sure that they meet all of their goals. And that is, I think, been one of the hallmarks that we've been trying to do over the last 3.5 years, which is to make sure that projects meet a variety of different goals, but meet them successfully. So first and foremost, thank you to the DEMPED team. This project, for me personally, goes back a few years, and so I'm very happy to see that we're at that final place where we can begin. Beth Cherie and our legal team, Patrick, Esther, Jessica Carroll for helping us put this together, Molly on our legislative team, and a very special thank you to our Director of Real Estate Development, Surosh Padwala, who I believe is here. If we can give Surosh a round of applause for getting this project across the finish line. Thank you, Surosh. Obviously, thank you to the Ward 2 Councilmember Jack Evans. We have also in attendance representing an important part of this project, which is the educational part, Anna Smith, our Deputy Mayor for Education, and Chancellor Alexander. Thank you all very much for your participation to make sure that this project is successful. You've heard a little bit from Matt Klein, David Toney as well from Akridge. We've got ANC 2A. I'm not sure if Florence Harmon is here or not, but there she is. Fabulous. Thank you, Florence, very much. I know we also have some of our agencies represented here. Department of Consumer Regulatory Affairs, Melinda Bowling is here. Housing Finance Agency, Todd Lee is here as well to make sure that these important projects come to fruition. As I mentioned, it's important for me. I remember this project, unfortunately not as long as Matt does, but 2009 was my first introduction to the Stevens School. And I think that this really represents something that has been happening over the last 3.5 years, which is moving long-stalled projects forward. I think that that has been one of our key priorities as we have sort of come into office and something that we've taken very seriously. I know the Ward 2 council member sometimes likes to remind me that in Ward 2 there was Franklin School and Stevens School, and no one had been able to get those two projects done. And so we did the groundbreaking for Franklin School less than 30 days ago, and now here we are doing the groundbreaking for Stevens. Another great thing about this, and I think this is similar, a few of you may have gone to the groundbreaking that we did, or actually the ribbon cutting we did for part of the West End Library project, which is also bringing together in Ward 2 great public and private uses. Being able to marry an educational use with what will be a commercial and neighborhood-serving retail continues to be a focus for us as we continue to pursue projects. As the mayor likes to say, I have 3 jobs. I've got to make sure that I'm focused on increasing tax revenue in the District of Columbia, increasing jobs in the District of Columbia, and focused on affordable housing. And it is projects like this that help to make sure that we move Washington, D.C. forward. There will be 258 construction jobs that will be created from this project. There will be 468 permanent jobs that will be created from this project. There are $23 million worth of money that will go strictly to certified business entities or DC-based businesses as a part of this project. And finally, we will be able to generate somewhere close to $100 million in total tax revenue for this project. So again, taking long-stalled projects that have not been contributing to the neighborhood fabric and making sure that they do contribute to the neighborhood fabric. However, none of these projects could happen. None of these successes could be possible without our leader. And whether you think about this project, whether you think about, as I mentioned, Franklin School, 965 Florida, St. Elizabeth's East Campus, Walter Reed, West End Library, you name it, this mayor has been focused on making sure that projects happen in the District of Columbia, and they happen with community input and to the benefit of the neighborhoods in which they serve. So I would like to bring up our mayor, Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is wonderful to be with all of you this very warm morning to celebrate what Brian rightly called the beginning of the end to the discussion about the Stevens School in Ward 2. And we're very happy about it. But it is not the end of us talking about what the Stevens School will mean to this community. And so I am just delighted to join your council member, Jack Evans from Ward 2. Let's hear it for Jack Evans. A great number of my team who are here, which really demonstrates that it takes a lot of people working on complicated projects to deliver them. Let me start with congratulating our DEMPED team led by Deputy Mayor Brian Kenner. Thank you, Brian, for your leadership here. Greer Gillis, who is the leader of our construction arm at DGS. Director Gillis is here, as well as our education partners at Thaddeus Stevens School. Let me start by acknowledging the Deputy Mayor for Education, Anna Smith, who's right here in the front, and our Chancellor of DCPS, Amanda Alexander, who you're going to hear from in just a few moments. I want to acknowledge all of the community members who have been a part of this: Florence Harmon, Peter Sacco, Leona Agurides, I've got it, from the Golden Triangle, and Barbara Carlisle from West End Citizens. Let's give them a big round of applause. I just want to, I don't remember the year I got involved in Thaddeus Stevens, but it had to be when I chaired the Economic Development Committee for the Council of the District of Columbia. And there we were really focused on how we could bring a school back online for education purpose, a school that had been closed for a number of years. And the community was very committed to making sure that the school would be reused for children. And the city was committed to that goal as well. We had a wonderful opportunity here to bring development and uses that we need, and to use the value in that new development to be committed to an educational use. We've had a number of fantastic ideas over the years, and I'm very delighted that DCPS and the Deputy Mayor and DMPED with the development team, and I do want to acknowledge and thank Akridge for sticking with this project, for being flexible with the interim use that we needed, and for helping the city deliver what will be a fantastic economic development with jobs and space that we need and educational opportunities. Let's hear it for Akridge development team. So I will invite the Chancellor up to talk in a second. But I think what you know that we've been able to accomplish here is to fulfill some real commitments to our public school students. Number one, the story about public and education is one where we need more space, where parents are flocking back to our schools, and the need to add quality seats in our schools is very important. So Chancellor Alexander will talk to you about how we're adding more seats to enhance what Francis Stevens is able to offer to our young people across the city. The second is a new initiative that we introduced last year from the Deputy Mayor of Education's office. And that's even before our young people get to school. They need childcare. And you may have heard, there's a baby boom in Washington, D.C. We are short on child care seats. And there are a few things that will prevent our continued growth and prosperity. And one of them is young families not being able to find quality, affordable child care that they can trust. And so we have committed over the last year to enhance those seats in our city. And we're actually following a very successful federal model. That is to look to government buildings, help with the build out of the facilities, thereby reducing the cost of starting a child care facility. And those savings are passed on to parents. So this Stevens School will be the third of the first three of these such arrangements where we can open early child care centers. The first two have already been awarded. Number one at Deanwood, which we're very excited about. Number two at the University of the District of Columbia. And we think Thaddeus Stevens will be our third in this series of new child care facilities. But we're just getting started. So once again, I want to thank my team, all of the teams that have been involved. I did not introduce our Director Bowling from DCRA, who has a lot to do with all of these projects. So thank you, Director Bowling, for being here as well. And once again, as happy as we are about this one, Jack, we know that we have more. There's actually one more school in Ward 2, Brian, that we're going to get focused on. It's called the Webster School, and the federal government doesn't want to unleash it, but we're going to work on that one too. So let me now invite to the podium Chancellor Alexander. Before I do that, Chancellor, I'm going to invite Jack Evans to come up and to greet the audience, and then you will come up. Councilmember Evans. Now, I want to introduce you.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. Switched up on us. Well, first of all, good morning to everyone. Oh, we can do better than that. Good morning. It's a celebration here of Stevens School. My God, it's taken us forever to get here, but here we are today. And I want to begin by thanking our mayor. Our mayor has just done a fabulous job over the last 3.5 years in the District of Columbia in taking a number of projects that were languishing and making them happen, and strengthening our finances and making the District of Columbia really the most dynamic city in America today. So give our mayor a big round of applause for all the great things that she has done. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank Brian Kenner. Brian is our economic development guy. I've worked closely with him over the last 4 years. And again, he's been here in the past in other positions. He became the director and really has been outstanding, again, in making economic development happen in our city. Brian, thank you. Give him a big round of applause as well. And there's others I do want to thank just quickly from the community. They've been mentioned already. I don't know if Will Smith, the chairman of the ANC, is here, but I know Florence Harmon is. I know Phil Schaffler is, and Peter. Give them, the four of them, a big round of applause. Our ANC commissioners. The head of the West End, Barbara Kalo. Barbara's been on this project for as long as I am. Barbara, thank you for being out here today and all that you've done. Sherry Kimball from my staff. Give Sherry a round of applause. Leona from the bid, thank you again for all that you've done, and certainly the Akridge team, Matt Klein and Tom Wilbur, and Matt and Tom and I have worked together for many, many years on many, many things. Chip Akridge has been a stalwart in this community going back to when I started. Give the Akridge team a big round of applause for them as well. And I want to take this opportunity to recognize again my colleague on the City Council, Councilmember Charlene Jarvis. Give her a round of applause. Charlene led the way for all of us. She really did. She was on the council when I got there. She taught me how to hug, which is why I'm still here today. The hugging was very important. But she was the leader in economic development when other people weren't, and really, really laid the groundwork for what we see in our city today. And for this particular school, her grandmother went here. Her grandmother went to this school. Her father, Dr. Drew, who we also mentioned, also went to this school, as did his brother go to this school, and they all lived in a townhouse where the West End Library is currently located. And so Charlene mentioned she has a certificate of graduation from the elementary school for her dad, Dr. Drew, that she's going to donate to this school when it gets open. So Charlene, thank you, thank you, thank you, you and your family who have such an important role in this city. And I also want to mention, I don't know if he's here, Colby King. I don't know if Colby made it, but Colby King is a graduate of this school and lived in the house next door to where the Jarvises, the Drews lived over here at the library. So we give Colby a round of applause even if he's not here. So it's great. I think I've gotten everybody. If I haven't recognized you, consider yourself recognized. So they talk about how long this has taken. Well, the first meeting I had here was with Pierre L'Enfant and George Washington. We met here on the site. We talked about it, and Thaddeus Stevens, Abe Lincoln, and I met here. We talked about it again. You know, kept moving ahead. We thought we'd get here, but it was only our current mayor, and she's right. Every time a new mayor came in, I'd say, you know, we got these two schools, Franklin and Stevens, and they never get done. They never get done. And under Mayor Bowser, thank you, Mayor Bowser, within a month of each other, they got done. And I don't have to recount what's already been said about what's going to happen on this site. It's the early childhood. I'm so pleased that it's going to remain a school and be an integral part of our community, because so many times we tear down stuff and build new stuff. And what's lost when you do that is you lose the history of what happened before us. And the fact that we're preserving this school and having all of the history still be here for generations to come who will remember what happened here on this site when it first opened 100 years ago and to today when it was restored. It's a great example of a public-private partnership that worked. And so thank you all for all you've done, and let's look forward. You know, politicians love groundbreakings, and I certainly am one of them, but I can't wait for the ribbon cutting. So thank you very much. we switched up on me, so I'm going to introduce the Chancellor of the school system of the District of Columbia. She is terrific. She was a principal a long time ago at Ross Elementary School in my ward, so I got to know Amanda there. And throughout her career as head of the middle schools and the lower schools, she's somebody who really, really knows and understands our school system. And that's why she is doing a terrific job as the Chancellor of our school system. So I really, really look forward to continuing to work with you and all the good. Our school system is getting better all the time. And with someone like you in charge, I'm very excited about it. So let's give a big welcome to the Chancellor of our school system, Amanda Alexander.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Of course, my name is Amanda Alexander, and I am proudly serving as the Interim Chancellor of the District of Columbia Public Schools. It is my absolute pleasure to join Mayor Bowser, Deputy Mayor Kenner, Deputy Mayor Smith, Councilmember Evans, and all of you here today to celebrate the upcoming renovation and restoration of a national historic landmark. But we are also doubling down here today on our city's commitment to provide really strong early childhood education programs. You know, as a former elementary school teacher, specifically a kindergarten teacher and a pre-K teacher and principal, I know firsthand the importance, the value of a solid early childhood education. You know, what we will do at Stevens School is actually respond to the demand that we have heard from all of you for the need for more pre-K seats, but also reaffirm our commitment to our citizens and stakeholders about how serious we are about setting our students up for success during those formidable years. Birth through 5 are the most crucial years of a child's development, so I'm excited that we can demonstrate our commitment in this building here today. With approximately 10 pre-kindergarten classrooms, we'll have the opportunity to add more than 100 pre-K seats. I'm also proud that DCPS will open this program citywide to applicants and will be able to serve students with disabilities in this building as well. Our mayor has made a commitment to improving the quality of what we offer to our students who receive specialized instructional services, and that will be available to students with special needs here in this building. I'm also most excited because I believe, just based on my own personal experience and the authority that I bring to this field, based on my credentials and experiences, that this building will actually be a national exemplar of what it means to educate students from birth to 3. So I'm really happy for that, Mayor. We're going to be on the map. So, Mayor Bowser, I personally thank you for your commitment to early childhood education and your steadfast support of DCPS to educate this city's youngest people. I also want to thank my DCPS team. I see Patrick here, Carla, and many others who have worked very hard, and those also across the government, Director Gillis and her team, to make this project a reality. I cannot wait until we open the doors of this building and see the joy on the faces of our youngest learners who will call this Stevens building home. Another reason why I'm excited, and this isn't in the talking points, but I must say, you all know that I love history. I love who Thaddeus Stevens was. You heard a little bit about, who he was. But tomorrow is Juneteenth, so how fitting and timely it is that we do this today. I don't know if that was all in the grand plan or who orchestrated that, but the fact that we are opening Stevens School the day before, the anniversary of Juneteenth is really powerful. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to, I'm not sure who, because I was going to turn it over to Jack and say wonderful things about him. But Mayor, you changed the order. Thank you all for being here today.
Notice how I snuck up here just before Jack could come back up. We've done this before, right? So as I started, this is actually a 2-for-1 groundbreaking. And while we do have an appropriate amount of attention on the historic Thaddeus Stevens School, I did want to take a quick minute to talk about the new office building that we're going to be building here at the corner of 21st and L. This is actually where you all are standing. Used to be the headquarters of the U.S. Humane Society, which obviously has been removed, and will be the cornerstone for what will be our new 190,000 square foot office building. That we have carefully organized the choreography between our lead architect, Gary Martinez of Martinez and Johnson, and world-renowned artist Jan Hendricks, who designed a sculptural element that would add a new dimension to the exterior of this building. 2100L will have 20,000 square foot floor plates, 4 sides of glass, and the full inventory of amenities you would expect in a Washington CBD office building. 2100L will also have special features that will recognize the important relationship that this building will have to our neighbor, the Stevens School. We'll have a small art gallery that will feature the work of African American artists. We'll have a statue outside the building commemorating Thaddeus Stevens. Jack, since you were here at the time, maybe we should be thinking about a Jack Evans statue here. And our ownership team will offer a college scholarship to a local DCPS student. And we're also helping to create a program that will work with local schools to expose students to real estate development and construction. So projects like this require careful collaboration, working with a lot of different stakeholders, some of which, like me, can be very challenging. We were very blessed on this project to have an Akridge Development Project executive, David Toney, lead the way. David's been on point for this project for 6 years, and I can honestly say that we couldn't have had a better champion for this project. David is honest, he's smart, and he's a true professional, and he led the team the entire way. So, David, I'm going to turn this over to you to thank some of our other stakeholders, but I want to personally thank you for the job you did moving this to this point in the project. Thank you.
Well, good morning. I think most of this crowd probably came in understanding the history and the challenges of getting this project together, but if anybody that kind of came off the street and didn't know that before, they certainly know that from the speakers before me. And, you know, as Matt said, I really want to understate the value of the partnerships and relationships that it took to get this project to this milestone today. So I'll focus on that. A lot of them were mentioned earlier by other speakers, but I'll expound on that and then probably add a few more. So the first group I want to acknowledge really is the community. When I took this project on about 6 years ago, I got an email from a certain ANC commissioner who lives right at the end of this alley. Her condo unit looks down on the back of Stevens School. And a lot of you that probably know Florence Harmon, you probably know where the story's going, if I got an email from her, because she doesn't send you emails with emojis and, kind of happy things necessarily all the time. She gets down to business because she is very passionate about this community. And she was very supportive of Akridge and Argos from the very beginning and has been that way all the way through the various, ups and downs and challenges. So I want to acknowledge our appreciation for her and the, her staying through this, working with us to make this a great project. And even beyond her, as I think the Weston Citizens Association was mentioned earlier, Barbara Kalo was here, Sarah Maddox couldn't be here, but really wishes she could. Also very supportive, attending various meetings along the way to support this project. And the next group I want to acknowledge is the district. They've been a great partner working with us all the way through the legal teams, the project management teams, and, for a project this long, it's not maybe always the same project management team at the beginning as it is today, but all of them have been great to work with getting us to this point. And then the legislative side as well, the council members, Councilmember Evans here, Chairman Mendelson, all of them have been supportive to get this project here. So we thank you for that. And then the our project team members, we have a lot of legal folks that have worked on this, both in-house and outside. And I've seen a lot of them here today. Roger Yogodzinski to get the LDA done, which was a tough feat. Took a while, but I thank them for that effort. Various other attorneys, from land use work to leasing work to other transactional work, I think are here in a very key part to getting us to this point. Our design team, Martinez and Johnson, are the design architects for both projects, as well as WDG Architecture, who's the architect of record for the office building. Great teams to work with to design, great projects like this, and then move this through from this point on. A group, Davis Construction, has ridden alongside with us from the very beginning, doing budgets and updates and giving us information on constructability issues. And I just wish that maybe the pricing we got in 2012 was the same as it is today, but that's a pipe dream. But we thank them for their effort to get us to this point. And then just a couple more folks. A very new relationship is with Morrison and Forester. They're a law firm that will take the top 4 floors of the building, 43%, and we couldn't be more happy to have a law firm like that be our lead tenant. And you know that a law firm that really embraces the name MoFo is a great client to have in your building. So we're really happy for pulling in them to our building. And then last but not least, this all takes money to build these projects, and when it goes on, for a while, it's money sitting out there. And we couldn't have had a better investment partner than Corporate Office Properties Trust, or COPT. They are a smart group. They don't just invest in money and kind of wait for things to develop. They are very active in the process. They've been great to work with to improve this project. And so I want to bring up now Steve Bedork from COPT to say a few words.
Well, thank you all for the opportunity. I know it's been a long presentation. I'll try to keep it succinct. The COPT is honored to be a participant in this wonderful project, working in harmony with our partners at the city, with our partners and the city of Washington, D.C. We're really pleased and grateful to be partners with the Akridge Company and the Argos Group on this development, and we look forward to future opportunities to work together. We're also grateful. We're a $5 billion publicly traded real estate investment trust, but this is our first investment in the CBD of Washington, D.C. So we're really grateful for the opportunity to join the real estate investment community in the Washington, D.C. CBD, and to be the future landlord of Morrison and Forester. And lastly, we're honored as well to participate in a project that helps advance the restoration of the historic Stevens School, contributing to the betterment of the Washington, D.C. community and school system. Thank you very much. Great to be here. Mike?
I'm going to call an audible. I'm going to call an audible here. An audible. You got to call an audible. That's football when you go off script. You know what an audible is? Okay. We've been joined by somebody who actually went to the school, and I mentioned him earlier. He is a prize winner, a fabulous journalist, somebody who has done so much for our city. So let's give a big welcome to Kobe King. Kobe, come on up. It's great to see you.
This is a wonderful day. I entered this building in 1944 as a student. Finished it in 1951. My sister graduated in 1950. My brother in 1952. My mother and father are graduates of Stevens School. My late parents. It all starts here for these kids who are going to be coming into the school. And I can't remember the names of my college professors. I can't remember most of my teachers in high school. I can tell you about every teacher I had at Stevens School. Every teacher, every principal. You're looking at the girls' entrance to the school. The boys' entrance is the other side. That's the way it was in those days. A lot of things have changed, but some things remain the same, and I think it's the dedication of this building to young minds that will be coming along. And so thank you very much, Jack, Madam Mayor, for giving me a chance to join you today, to stand up. I know you didn't expect me, but I saw it on your news press release, so I showed up. But thank you very much.
All right, I can't top that, so I'm not even going to try. So it's now time to throw a little bit of dirt and get out of the sun.
Charlene, will you join us?
We do have one extra shovel. Yeah. No, it's not. Yep. Am I supposed to be up there? You just go up and down to make sure. Okay.
Coming down. Bruh, sir.
Okay, on the count of three, we're going to say Stevens. 1, 2, 3, Stevens! All right, one more pose was for the photographer.
Right here.